Now, additional increased cost of working. This is a very important add-on cover. Please go through it. Now, this also I discussed in my last session. Again, it is a repetition because it is an important add-on cover. What it says, it extends to cover additional cost. It is the ICOW only, increased cost of working. And I'll tell you the difference between increased cost of working and additional increased cost of working. If you recall, while discussing increased cost of working, I told you that the payment is limited up to the economy limits. What was economy limit? To the extent you have avoided the loss. That is the upper limit. Now, additional increased cost of working, that limit has gone. There is no economy limit. Okay, that is the only difference. And that is why it is considered as a wider cover than increased cost of working. Acha, once you take additional increased cost of working, it does not mean that now you will not get increased cost of working. Increased cost of working is very much payable, no doubt, because that is a part and parcel of your BI policy. वो तो मिलना ही आपको, no issues. लेकिन उसके बाद whatever is not payable due to application of economy limit, that gets paid under this head up to a loss limit selected by the client. अब वो देखना पड़ेगा क्लाइंट ने व्हाट लिमिट ही हैज टेकन, उस लिमिट तक आप पे करेंगे विदाउट द अप्लाइंग द इकोनॉमी लिमिट. Okay, so what the definition says, it company extends to cover additional cost reasonably and necessarily incurred during the indemnity period in consequence of the damage for the sole purpose of avoiding the loss of gross profit during the indemnity period. अब यहाँ पर रेड से मैंने कुछ लिखा हुआ है. What it says, this is an additional cover which is not given under increased cost of working. Increased cost of working में ये नहीं मिलता है. Subject to condition that if any cost is of capital asset nature, मतलब आपने कुछ capital asset खरीद लिया with the sole intention of avoiding loss of gross profit, then that cost will not be paid under increased cost of working. आपने जनरेटर भाड़े पे लेने के बजाय जनरेटर परचेज कर दिया, बट हियर दिस कॉस्ट विल बी टेकन इनटू कंसीडरेशन. दिस इज परमिसिबल प्रोवाइडेड उसका रेजिडुअल वैल्यू जो है एट द एंड ऑफ द इंडेमनिटी पीरियड, रेजिडुअल वैल्यू विल बी टेकन इनटू कंसीडरेशन. व्हाट डज इट मीन? आपने 3 लाख रुपए का जनरेटर खरीदा, उसके बाद 12 महीने का इंडेमनिटी पीरियड था, 12 महीने बाद उसकी वैल्यू 2.5 लाख रुपए रह गई जनरेटर की. देन सर्वेयर will pay you only the difference. That 2.5 lakhs, which is the recoverable value of salvage, that will be taken into account. That means that amount will be reduced from purchase cost of the generator. Got it? Then your, of course, electricity charges, so operating expenses, वो तो pay करेंगे.
Can you explain once again?
हाँ, इसमें ये जो point है, जो red portion ना, पहली चीज तो ये समझ लीजिए, इकोनॉमी लिमिट इज नॉट एप्लीकेबल. व्हाट डज इट मीन? यू इनकर्ड अ लिमिट ऑफ अमाउंट ऑफ 8 crores as increased cost of working. Okay, and the economy limit which was calculated later on by the surveyor at the time of computation of loss, it was found to be 2 crores only. Then in absence of additional increased cost of working, surveyor will say you will be reimbursed to the extent of 2 crores, not 8 crores. Actually, you have incurred 8, but my economy limit is 2 crores. What does it mean? That even if you had not incurred anything, you would have suffered to the extent of 2 crores. So 2 crores becomes my economy limit. This is what surveyor is going to calculate. How much loss of gross profit you have avoided. So you have avoided a loss of 2 crores. The surveyor is going to consider only 2 crores.
But now, that will not anyway come under. So that will not anyway come under increased cost of working.
That will not come under increased cost of working. That will come under additional increased cost of working. This is what I am trying to explain. So whatever portion is not payable due to application of economy limit, so in that case, the remaining 6 crores, you incurred 8 crores. Surveyor said you will be paid, economy limit is 2 crores. What about balance? 6 crores. You say, okay, remaining 6 crores, I will claim under additional increased cost of working.
Sir, suppose the additional cost of working selected is only 4 crore.
हाँ
again under insurance will apply.
नहीं, फिर अंडर इंश्योरेंस नहीं लगेगा, फिर क्या
Okay.
होगा, 6 करोड़ की जगह आपको 4 करोड़ मिलेगा,
Okay.
बिकॉज अपर लिमिट यू हैव सेलेक्टेड 4 करोड़, तो टू द एक्सटेंट ऑफ 4 करोड़ यू विल बी, ये फर्स्ट लॉस कवर है ना, इसमें अंडर इंश्योरेंस नहीं लगता है।
फर्स्ट लॉस लिमिट ना,
ये फर्स्ट लॉस लिमिट है ना बॉस, देयर इज
Okay.
नो अंडर इंश्योरेंस, देयर इज नो फंडा ऑफ अंडर इंश्योरेंस इन दिस। आपने जो लिमिट लिया है 5 करोड़ लिया है, अप टू 5 करोड़ ऊपर एंड अबव दी तुम्हारा इकोनॉमी लिमिट विल बी पेड। इज दैट क्लियर? अब आया बात इसमें कैपिटल एसेट नेचर। what is the additional benefit under this? Number one benefit is economy limit is not applicable. Number two benefit, what is that? कि आपका जो है, अगर आपने you have purchased something, some assets in order to avoid loss of gross profit, आपने प्रोडक्शन लॉस बचाने के लिए परचेज कर लिया कोई आइटम, जैसे आपका ट्रांसफॉर्मर फेल हो गया, बट सो इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग फॉर रिपेयर्स आपने नया ट्रांसफॉर्मर परचेज कर लिया अंडर द हेड ऑफ इंक्रीज कॉस्ट ऑफ वर्किंग, ठीक है, आपका कंसिडर कर लिया जाएगा वो कॉस्ट, बट द रेजिडुअल वैल्यू, दैट मींस द एंटिसिपेटेड सैल्वेज वैल्यू तो मत बोलिए, बिकॉज इट इज स्टिल वर्किंग।
VP won't it be a depreciation actually?
हाँ, वही डेप्रिसिएशन लगा के उसका रिकवरेबल वैल्यू। डेप्रिसिएशन कई बार क्या होता है, इफ द डेप्रिसिएशन से मामला नहीं जमता है, व्हाट सर्वेयर्स दे डू, दे ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट कि हाउ मच दिस मशीन इज गोइंग टू फेच इन द मार्केट। अब कई बार डेप्रिसिएशन भी लगाते हैं सर्वेयर जो है, वो देखते हैं 12 महीने में कितना डेप्रिसिएशन हुआ, 10% डेप्रिसिएशन काट दिया, 15% डेप्रिसिएशन काट दिया, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द नेचर ऑफ द मशीनरी।
Basically it's a negotiated kind of situation.
नेगोशिएटेड काइंड ऑफ थिंग।
Yeah.
तो वो जो रेजिडुअल वैल्यू है, दैट विल बी रिड्यूस्ड from the cost of purchase of this asset, and of course everything is up to the limit accepted, granted under additional increased cost of working. Is that clear? अच्छा, इसमें एक चीज और है, at the end of maximum indemnity period, this word maximum is very important. What does it say? That if the indemnity period selected is 24 months and your interruption period is only 6 months, तो इसका रेजिडुअल वैल्यू हम 24 महीने बाद का देखेंगे। This is very important. This word at the end of maximum indemnity period, maximum means even if the actual interruption period is 6 months. ऐसा नहीं है कि केवल 6 महीने का डेप्रिसिएशन काट के आपका पैसा काट लेंगे। No sir. Since the indemnity period is to the extent of 24 months, the surveyor is going to consider the residual value of the capital asset item at the end of 24 months.